Now this is really deceiving for me. Put on, boom, the internet, press it, doesn't work. What am I going to start with? Helen, are you downstairs? Yes, Caroline. Can you pass me the phone? Yes, hello, how are you? Yes, I want to speak to you. Sorry, you saw my eyes. So you're speaking to somebody downstairs, right? So they pass you the phone and you call your son-in-law, your daughter-in-law. You don't have enough for a phone. You don't have enough for a computer, so you need these in the mail. Every single week, this is what goes out, okay? Every single week. Somebody works, somebody gets paid to pass this out. This is a Christmas card. I got 3 of these this year. 3 Christmas cards. The stamp, the envelope, and the card cost about $1.50. In my region, there's 80,000 people. In a region within 12, let's say between 10 miles around me, it's about 50,000 homes. Every single home is getting this, or they're dropping it off by the mailbox. This and this, okay, is over $100,000. Let's just count this. This is 50,000 for this week. This is 100,000 for this week. Okay, because every single home, and this doesn't cost 2 cents. This costs a lot more. Not all the advertising in the paper that have to go in it. So there's $250,000 spent every single week on this, just for stores to save money. We could feed a lot of homeless on that. We can save a lot of trees, but a lot of people would be out of jobs and they wouldn't be able to even buy groceries without this, so they'd get help from the government. Government would go and print more of this. They'd call it paper money. Or they just deposit into your account by typing out electric money. And then you spend the electric money, and then the grocer gets it, the farmer gets it, the farmer buys more seeds, he plants again, he pays his workers for the workers, but we only have enough money. Most of the people have only enough money to eat. What would we do? What can we produce if all we had was electric money and enough people? Imagine if 50% of the people were working and 50% of the people were not working. Well, let me bring something to mind. It's about that right now. Your grandfather and your grandmother at 70 years old plus, they ain't working. Your children that are 13 and under, they ain't working. 2 children, 2 grandparents, 2 parents. 2 parents work, 4 people do nothing, right? That's 33% of the people actually working and 66% of the work not working. Now, go to a third world country where the 6-year-old boy is working and the grandparents and 80 are still working. That's 60% working and only getting paid. Not even 20% of what we get paid. So we're extorting them. Is that the word? We're extorting them. Do we need this? Do I need a Christmas card? I'm Jewish. What do I need a Christmas card for? I don't even need a Hanukkah card. I know it's Hanukkah. Pick up the telephone. That costs a little bit of electricity, a little bit. Happy Hanukkah. You don't even have to speak to me if you don't like me. Leave me a message in my box. Send me an email. You don't have to talk to me. They didn't talk to me. Some lady's writing them out, putting the stamp, putting the stamp, putting the stamp, and putting the stamp. But at least she has a job. So what would we do if we had less jobs? The money is the problem. Our minds, because imagine if your kid says, well, I'm going to go work and make $100 this week. And you're saying, but you're giving out papers that we don't need. He says, but if I don't get the 100, how am I going to get what I need? Well, you're only buying alcohol and drugs. So by working and doing all these jobs that we really actually shouldn't be doing because we're knocking down the trees, we're getting money to smoke weed because we shouldn't be smoking the weed or drinking or having fun or buying cars. But yes, this is a part of life. Certain things and aspects in life, we have to rebalance money and understanding of spending. What if we gave free money out, kept the mother at home or kept the father at home to run the house? Let one of them work. Let the child work for the extra so he can buy his little bottle of alcohol. But now he's got to be 18 years old, right? Or smoke his little joint. Now, obviously, at 16 years old, you're allowed to smoke cigarettes. I guess you're allowed to smoke weed, right? You're smoking cigarettes and you're smoking weed and you're drinking alcohol by the time you're 18 years old, and then they let you get into the car. Because in a sane mind, you can do these things. We have to trust somebody, right? So the question comes up. What is the question? 2 people between 0 and 15 or 16 not working, 2 people between the ages of 65 and the end of life not working, and the 2 people in between working. 2 work, 4 don't work. 2 and 4, the 9 lives of the cat equals to 6. What do we do? Do I just go ahead and deposit money in your account so that now you've saved up your money and you can buy a Sea-Doo? You can buy a new car. You can repair your car. You can go to the concert. Maybe we won't be paying people millions of dollars, and maybe when you go to a sports arena, a person won't be receiving $30 million. But these people that receive the $30 million, some of them go bankrupt because they misuse their money. So everything is not well balanced, okay, in the understanding of the money flow. We shouldn't be doing this unless, you know what, recycling, we're recycling all of this. So is it half that bad because we are recycling all of it? Do you follow what I'm saying? In order to get by certain things, and right now they're doing the what Greenpeace is doing for the greenhouse emission gases. Greenhouse emission gases, with all the jets that they fly in the air, greenhouse emission gases, with all the chemtrails they have put in the air, greenhouse emission gases, okay? We live under a dome. And inside this dome, we have vibrations. Our nerve endings inside our mind, inside our finger, are tangled up inside these vibrations. How they're manipulated through magnets, how they're manipulated through the movement of water under the sky dome that we live into. That's why this whole world connection in North America is connected to areas that have the name Sky Dome, that have the world order under the numbers 20 and 15, where they're the letters T for 20 and 15. 20 becomes 26 and 15 becomes 41, says US Sky Dome, says Toronto. Toronto says the gold and the passing of one. Ono and Toro, the bull passes of one inside its own name. Inside the O, every O, T-O, okay, R-O-N-O, 3 O's, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 15 times 15, 225, then 1.12. Do I have a calculator here? No, so I'm going to just say 1.5 times 225 is 112, is 337. Creation of the Gateway of Christ, sitting up here in Canada, where we have all that water running from the north. Anyways, let's leave it for a short video. Merry Christmas. $1.50 of a card that I could have said, hey boy, buy yourself a coffee. I see you're living on the street. And I'm quite sure many of us do not need these cards. What Christmas has done to us, what Christmas has taken away from many. Merry Christmas, ho, 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 ho to you.